Good morning. As you can see, there's snow on the mountains. There's a bit of snow down here. And we got hit by a light ice rain. Mixed between snow and ice. Yeah. That's what kept hitting the tent. I could hear it doing that. Sliding down as I was hitting it. So it must have been cold. Stove working perfectly, thank God. Gonna set it up. We're up late. I knew the conditions weren't the best. Ice, snow, and it seems to be clearing now. But I had a good night's sleep, went to bed early and slept warm. So what I did is, sorry, I don't want to be rambling at this time of the morning, do I? But what I did is I got the tarp. It's got a foil lining, this tarp has, and it seems pretty good and strong. So I used it as a liner on my bedding underneath, and then put the mats on top, you know what I mean? And that stopped the cold radiating up, and I think that made a big difference. So a sleeping bag's only as good as the mat or whatever you're sleeping on, isn't it? But yep. And my flap's nice and frosted down. So, but that was all on the tent and it's just slid down, so the tent's done its job on that way. Hasn't kept it, you know what I mean? So it's just been sliding down and collecting on the bottom. As you can see, it's on the ground. But enough rambling. Oh, still sleepy. Don't know what the plan is today. I'm watching the weather instead. See what happens. But take our time. As I say, it might be around the tent day. We'll see. Finally got going. About 10:30 again. We're going through that maze of a plantation again. The reason why is this trail is used by the hikers, and if it's boggy to my left, which is the shortest way, then people always use this trail. So if Neil did back off towards the car park, he would have followed this trail. What was that? I fell. Don't know, something fell. But anyway, so when he gets up the top there, he could have lost the trail. He could have ended up in a plantation. Again, it's just theories and guesswork, but you got to kind of, that's how you got to work things. I've got to get Stella up this bank. And she ain't going to jump that. I'll find a way out. No, you ain't going to jump that, Stella. Oh dear, nightmare. I'm not even waking up yet. I've not brushed my teeth as well. Oh dear, I feel dirty when I don't brush my teeth. I think I can get up where Rebel is. The other two are like, they just do not stop. Rogue's eating grass again. Little cow. She was sick this morning, that's why I'm mad with her. She was, ooh, ooh. Next minute, great big ball of grass came up. Stop eating the grass, you. Hey, piggy. She's happy though. This is where she belongs. Look at her. Little so-and-so. Same with Rebel, he loves sniffing. Stella's doing brilliant, but I don't want to jump in. No, Stella, not there. Right, I've got to sort her out. That's the valley where either the game, the stalker or head cattleman or whatever was shooting yesterday. And again, that's something I'd love to explore. That looks steep, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see. It looks a good steep valley, that. It'd be great hiking up that, wouldn't it? But at the moment, we're concentrating on off trail, how he could have strayed. See this trail? This has been worn down a lot better over the years. Because people used to go through the boggy area, but now they're coming around the back here. So I'll check this out. This is where we were when it was pouring down the rain. And see, the trail comes up here. It's pretty obvious. You shouldn't really stray off. It's very clear. But if you did wander, you could be wandering down there. So that's what we'll do. We'll search down there. Last time I went up there, and it goes quite a way. And if you remember right, I was jumping ditches. The only time I'll stop if I go up here is if there's a ditch that he couldn't jump. Because he's not going to be stupid enough to try leaping things. So, but I'm going off track, you know what I mean? Branching off different areas. Just in case he strayed, stumbled, fell. You know what I mean? It's just, that's all you can go on. Theories and ideas to keep you going. Otherwise you would go mad just searching and searching for no reason. So I always work on a theory. And then I work on the next one, then the next one, and then the next one. It sounds crazy, but it works for me. Keeps me going. Always gives you optimism, like maybe you could have gone here. And as I've always said, I think the day we do find him, or someone finds him, it'll be down to luck. They'll taken the wrong turning or got lost themselves and they'll come across him. What are they eating? Rebel! Probably deer, I'll check. Looks like blood again now. Right, I've got to check. Doing well. Another reason I wanted to check this out is because when I came out last time, it was throwing it down so much. Everywhere was like mush. The grass was tall. I couldn't move very far. I think you saw in the video. I was just getting frustrated with bog and God knows what else. But this is just off the track. There's no reason why it should be up here, but it's nice and wide open. So I thought, come up, check the sides as I'm looking. You know what I mean? To walk through there, you'd be crazy. You get cut to pieces with all the branches. You end up losing an eye. So just cover areas that, due to the frost and the hard and the cold conditions, we can actually walk on. Because this would be very boggy. Now, again, if it was very boggy, would Neil come up here? Probably not. But you can't rule anything out. One thing I learnt from doing the very first search, where I met a guy called Phil, who runs beneath the surface. They do the underwater searching, like of locks and rivers and all that. Voluntary again, does a really good job. And the saying he said to me is, and it's stuck in my head, he says, it hasn't been searched unless we've searched it. In other words, don't rule anything out and search. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't plan to come up here today. I just planned to go for a stroll and just have an easy day. But it's addictive, isn't it? You just can't stop doing it once you start getting into it. So I thought, brilliant. I was strolling along here and then double back, and then I thought, why not just try and check out this plantation a bit more. I haven't been up this one, you see. I've been up the other one, as I say, to the left. So hard work. Freezing. Don't know if you can see the ground. Look, solid. But it's making walking on it much easier. A lot of the water areas, which would be bog, are frozen out. I'm just looking for an item of clothing, a watch, anything else he might have had on him at the time that maybe dropped, discarded, or sadly fell off him when things were going bad. That's what, when you get disorientated and kind of lose track of what you're doing, you do stupid things. So you might take your watch off and drop it. Why? Doesn't make sense, but you might do it that because of the mental state you're in at the time. So we're really close to the valley now, but the farmer might be shooting, so I can't really go much further just in case I'm in his shooting area. He hasn't been firing today, but he's been firing yesterday. So, and that's where he was firing, over there somewhere. So I don't want to stray around. If you know, oops, don't want to catch that. We've walked all the way from top there, branches off. We're going to go to the right in a minute. Stella, leave whatever you're eating. Leave it. Got to keep my eyes on them, make them sick. So I know as far, sorry if I swung you around. I know as far I've got, there's a little fence here, little small, so I can rule that, mark that off. I know the area I haven't covered it. But there's another branch off, so we'll go to the right and cover that. I don't want to stray into his fire now. Rebel, get here! Please. I haven't heard no shots, as I say, but if you know anything about, it's called them bullets, but we call them rounds in the military. If you miss your shot, it can travel quite a distance, so unintentionally you could shoot us by accident. But I haven't, as I say, it's early still, 11:20, but I haven't heard no firing, but I don't want to stray within his zone. Unless I ask him, you know what I mean? If I go in that valley, I want to ask him if it's okay to go by his farm. I don't want to put him out. I can hear the dogs barking when we're moving. Right, to the right, which is just around here. Tell you, it's like a maze. We're probably lost now. Oh dear. So we're just covering the areas, letting Rebel snoop, look what he's doing. He's such a good dog for doing that. I mean, half the time he's looking for deer, knowing him, but he will pick anything up. He just will not stop, look, nose to the ground, brilliant, brilliant. But all this would be so boggy normally. You'd never be able to walk on it, or if you did, it would be such hard work, but it's quite hard. And it's open areas, out of the way, probably hasn't been searched that well. So we're getting a chance to look. And we can actually see into, I mean, it's deceiving. You think, oh, someone could stray in there, but trust me, you can't. The branches are so can't say the word, connected. And you would actually battle your way through that to get through there. It looks easy, but, and don't forget in May, that would be fully grown, you know, it's dying off, a lot of the branches are dying off. So, no, you wouldn't get far. You get on the edge, but you wouldn't get far. You might stumble on the edge, but you wouldn't get far. Trust me, we've tried it. Me, Dave and Mike, when we stayed on after the main group had been searching for a few more extra days, we tried the plantations, so you just couldn't get through them. It's crazy. Right, pushing on, and then we got to find a way back, because otherwise we're going to get lost. We're more or less reaching the end now. I think there's a little branch off to the left, but we're not going there, otherwise we will get lost. It's like a maze, as I say. Beautiful crystal clear water here. Well, it was until they dunked in it. Stella, I wish she'd stay out of the water. She's got bad legs and she dives in freezing water. Stella, get out! Out! She'll get soaked. Out! I'm trying to look after her. Yeah, we'll go to the end here, see what's to the left and see what's ahead, mark it, what we've done, and I'll have to check on the map and try and figure out what the areas I've covered, because then any future people searching will know where we've been and won't double search the areas. Or if they do want to double search the areas, they can come up here and actually carry on. And you know, that makes sense. Beautiful up here though. So dead end more or less here. You're going into trees. It's getting very thin. To the right, going into trees, probably alright. Dense plantation. But it does branch over to the left, I'll show you. Be careful walking and opening camera. But we won't be going down there today, because otherwise we will get ourselves in a pickle. We'll be going around in a giant maze. But we'll remember that one's there. I don't know where it leads to, and if we can get out, that's the thing. Do I chance that? I probably will, you know. It's too tempting, isn't it? Just know my bearings and I'll be alright. As long as that mound is where our camp is, I know where I am. Didn't bring a map, of course. But I don't think a map or compass really would help you in here. You just be heading in one direction. I know the direction where camp is, so camp will be over about there. Yeah, we're going to go for it. We're going to chance it. Crazy. Get that feeling. No, 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 no. That's water under there. Get back. Oh, might take its way. I don't know. all that, you couldn't leap it. See where the reeds are? You leap that, I'll end up 5 deep. I've got to find a way across over there. If not, I have to back off, because I'm not going for that. Get cut up to pieces. And I can't leap. There's nowhere to leap from them mounds. It's about 6 foot leap. I can't do that. Rebel, get here! I ain't going to take your weight. No, I don't think I'll take our weight there. Looks too dangerous. Ooh. I'll try it. Ooh. I don't think I'll take my weight. I want to get to them little rocks there, or mounds, and then I can carry on. Beautiful sunshine, beaming through. We managed to get through some really nasty boggy areas up there that are frozen, that you know are deep. Did manage to get one leg about 8 inches down. So we're in this clearing. God knows where I am. I think I've been up here before, coming up the other way. I think. But the problem is they all look the same, don't they? The dogs are ambling about. I've lost one. Rebel. Rebel! He'll come back. He's an idiot. Oh, there he is. Very good dog. He will return. Right. Carry on this way and see if I can get myself lost. Doing a good job at the moment. But at least we're searching everywhere. This is a real big bonus. I didn't even plan to do this, as I say, and I'm repeating myself, I know, but it's so good to get to somewhere that I wanted to get last time. It was so frustrating. So I can rule that area out. I know I've been through it. Yeah, I could go through all the trees, but you need about 50-60 people doing that. Again, a drone would come in handy, wouldn't it? Right, pushing on down here. Rebel's found something in there. I'm going to have to go in. Rebel! Definitely found something. Right, I'm going to have to check that out now. Cut my face to pieces. Couldn't find even any sign of anything. But he's tracking something now. It's probably deer. It's definitely not what we're looking for. I'm getting hungry. Right, we'll carry on getting lost down here somewhere. Yeah, he's definitely tracking deer, I think. He just stopped somewhere and he had his head down and he would not move. So I thought he found something, even if I thought it was deer droppings, he was pigging or something. But I got there was nothing, no sign of nothing. But look at him, he's tracking and tracking and tracking here. Oh, he's coming back now, he's had a board. No interest. Right, carry on down here. We've come from. That's the way we've come from. And we've done a big loop. We've gone right to the top, round, down. This is the middle one. There's one that goes down there. We did that last time in the rain. We came from the bottom up to the top and I stopped. But I haven't done this middle bit. This middle bit leads back to where we started from, if I'm right. And we haven't done this. Brilliant. So I've basically covered near most of this plantation there. Just the bits offcuts going towards the valley there near his farm I haven't done. And I'll see him one day and I'll ask him if I can hunt around over the back there, which is away from his farm, but it's close enough to get on his nerves if he doesn't want pee around. I'm sure he'll be alright. Stephen's quite a decent guy when you chat to him. He has his ways. Don't we all? Right. Pushing on down here now. Brilliant. You having a rest, Dad? You chill out. You take it easy. She's done brilliant now. I can't complain. A river crossing. I remember that one from last time. I don't mind. It's just getting Stella across. She's done it. Let her have a rest. When I'm joking, I always have a great map on my Garmin Fenix 7X Solar, I think it is. Brilliant. I've got a really good map on there. I've hiked in Noidar and I checked it just to see if it was, you know, how good it was when we're in the wilderness. And I was on a slight trail that just ended, and lo and behold, it pointed it within inches. And I mean inches. I mean, if I was being picky, it was probably inches. And it's got a compass and everything on it. So I would never be stuck in an emergency. and the watch runs for days. You know what I mean? So it's not like a GPS system with batteries. Just enjoying the scenery, covering a lot. We've done that lot before coming up here. I remember crossing here. I think I've even gone up there. But now we're going back, as I say, to the beginning. So we've done well, and all the grass has been low, so you couldn't miss anything. And the dogs have been going up here and there, so that's been brilliant. And taking it nice and steady, there's no rush. Right, onwards. Where we come from, that's where we went up. That's where we started from, and the trail is just over the top here. I don't know if you can pick the trail. There's the trail that people use to get round that boggy patch. So we've done a full circuit all the way in there, and also done the middle bits. And when I first came up that wet day, I did the lower end right to the end. So all that's been done, all that's been done, all that's been done, as far as near to the valley, just to the edge. But I was in shooting range up the top there, and I don't know if he is shooting today. I don't know if we caught. I've done a lot of that down there. If you remember on the last video, I went up to more or less the farm. There was a fence, there was some stags, and you could hear the dogs and tractors and all that. I didn't push it because I didn't want to kind of invade their privacy. But so I've done all that. So this plantation has been walked on, all the clearings, and I've checked all the sides of the trees as I've been walking up, and the grass is down. So unless someone's gone in the tree line, I mean, I've tried following where Rebel was, and I was getting cut up doing that. You know, there's brambles and there's low branches, and they're all mixed together. You know what I mean? You're fighting way through, so I can't sit myself. So brilliant job. Really, really happy with that. Especially seeing that I wanted an easy day, and I was going to work around camp today, just messing about. So I'm glad I went for a stroll and did this. Totally unplanned, but can cross this off. Out of there where the trail brings us. I prefer to go down the bottom, and it's much better. I don't know why people are coming over that. It's very boggy out there. And look, here's camp, hot coffee, chocolate, and a pat on the back. And now the snow on the mountains, but not on this one. How weird. They got us, but it didn't get to the mountain. Sorry, I'm swinging you around really quick there. Oh, the bridge is falling out. It was so icy when it came over earlier. Yeah, might be slippery though. The wood gets greasy. Look, yes, it's greasy as hell. If that's possible. Go on, you. Go on. I don't want him knocking me. Look how he walks. He's such a fool. He's such a baby, isn't he? Camp over there. All the river's been checked, so I still think he's up there, one of them slopes, but we've got to cross the other areas off as well, so that's what I'm doing. Good day, early finish, nearly 1, but we set off a bit early because I just wanted to go for a walk. Posters are still up, good. So yeah, going up there over the ridge line there, and there's a valley. It's massive, but it's something I want to go over. You won't be able to check it all in one day. Not even I can do that. I might be crazy, but I'm not that good. And I'm still pondering on how to get in that fence line. I need them in so we can spend time in a... It's frustrating. Definitely going up towards Loch Dochard tomorrow, and then the last day we'll take a hike over there, I think. It's all depending on weather, obviously. And I don't want to go home. Oh, it's freezing. It's probably minus, I don't know, I'm guessing now -1, -2. God knows what the temps were last night. As I say, I could hear this pattering on the tent. It sounded like rain, but it weren't rain, because I could hear it hitting the tent and then sliding. And I thought, what's that? Hitting the tent and sliding. What it was freezing rain. As it was hitting the tent, because it's ice, it was just sliding and roller coasting down and gathering all on the bottom. So it must have been cold. But the fire worked well, and I was nice and toasty. So that's all that matters. I've used, I've got mountain equipment. I've started sorting, I'm sorry, I'm rambling again, but I've started sorting gear out ready for the future, because I'm going to be doing higher stuff and harder stuff, because I don't think Stella, sadly, will be with us. I keep saying that, but she keeps staying with us. I mean, last time she looked much worse than this time. But going back to the point, I'm sorting all the gear out. So I've got gear that sometimes I've got extra large. I'm a large, but I've got extra large, so I can put gear on top of gear, if you get what I mean, so I can layer up. And last night I wore a mountain equipment Fitzroy. It's a belay jacket, really, you know, for mountaineers. But it's really baggy, but obviously it goes over the top of a coat or over other down jackets, or I always use synthetic. I'm not using down anymore, because I've learnt lesson last time when it got wet. Magoo's Buffet. Once it gets wet, it's useless. So as I say, I was wearing that inside the sleeping bag. I've got 2 socks on, and I was lovely. That really made a difference, that belay jacket. I didn't feel the cold in the back. And I also think putting the tarp underneath as a layer on top of my cot helped too, because it's got foil. It's one of these tarps that if you use it pitched against trees and have a fire, you can reflect the heat off the tarp, if you get what I mean, because of the foil. Rebel, you just slipped. Don't know if you saw that. This was all iced up this morning, so it's warmed up a bit. Right, back to base. Oops, before I fall. This is what I spend most of my time doing, cutting wood. Dogs are in the tents over there. They'll probably come out and hear me talk. Using my Friskers X7X, and it is brilliant. It will cut through anything, but you have to be careful. And I've got a bow saw. I think this is a backhoe, yeah, backhoe bow saw. Backhoe Force it's called. Absolutely brilliant. Look at the size I'm cutting with that bow saw. You know, it's way bigger than my hand stretch. This is from a tree over there. See that one? I'll show you later. It is a big tree, but the bow saw's cutting through it like butter. But obviously you've got to have the energy to do it. But I learnt so much with axes and all that. I used to get the cheap ones, try and sharpen them up, and it was a waste of money. You're better off paying good money, get a good axe. Same with a bow saw. Bow saw's worth its weight in gold. I've got the normal backhoe hand saw, but using that, cutting with that, you can cut. Well, you could cut through that, but it'd take hours. Brilliant little saw, but it's more for stuff like these little twigs, you know, branches. But what I'm doing, I'm splitting it. I've learned how to cut through these logs as well. It takes time, you know, experience. I'm chopping ends off, the weaker ends, and then you can split the big bit in the middle. If you try and split it down, you know, the centre or anything like that, you'll be there for days, bashing and crashing and all that. So break bits off, and then all of a sudden you have this little chunk in the middle, and just split it and split it and split it. It's brilliant. Works really good. But again, you just got to have the energy to do it. So take the time, be careful. Obviously, if that swings through, you'll take your leg off out here, you get an injury with an axe, you're in big problems. but you'll probably bleed out by the time you get near to civilization. And even if you press the personal locator button, there's no guarantee someone will get you quick. So yeah, safety is always the issue. Oh, they're popping their heads out now. I guess they would. There seems to be a lot of trees gathering around here. I think they must be falling off that tree, because every day it seems more unless someone's sneaking up at night and just dropping loads of twigs for us. Yeah, all three are out. I don't mind them out. They've been having a rest. I haven't put any good coats on them, because if they get them wet, you know what I mean, if they get chilly, they'll go back in the tent now. I don't mind them messing about. I've been collecting all, I won't go into it, but I've been collecting all the droppings, should we call it, and bagging it up, because obviously if it falls out and there's loads of dog droppings everywhere, someone wants to use the area, it's not very nice for them. So I'm going around and collecting all. I've got loads of bags over there, I don't know if you can see them, orange bags, there they go. So I'm collecting them, and I won't leave them for anyone. It's not fair. I wouldn't like it if it was me coming in. I leave the place as good as I found it, and that includes any droppings from their bottoms. You get the point. Right, got to carry on with this. It takes a good hour to do all this. I've got to split that about another 2 times with the bow saw. That log cut it. I'm getting on. Just taking my time and enjoying it. I could certainly live out here in the winter. Winter doesn't bother me. Well, as long as you've got your right gear, as long as you switched on and know how to go about things, get your wood in, you know what I mean? Get the stove, I'll check that later before I set it up. And you're on, you know, job done. But if you're lazy and larking about and you don't get your wood cut and all that, then you will suffer later in the evening. Common sense, isn't it? Right, I've got work to do. There you go. Now look at that wood, isn't it brilliant? Had nuts in it as a pig cut to chop. But that's a good size, and it's dry. It looks dry anyway. They're eating grass, so they won't be eating the dinner. She'll be sticking them on it. Rogue, leave the grass. How do you stop dogs eating grass? Rebel, what are you eating? He's doing it now. Oh, he's got a stick. They'll fight over that. Stella must be resting inside. Right, I've got to move this into the tent. And I've got to start cutting that and do the same and do the same. It's 20 to 2 now. That's what I'm saying, the time just flies, especially in winter. But it's good fun. If you like the outdoors, it's good fun, because you're out doing what you should be doing, escaping from the madness. No social media, no TV, no stupid news, no hassle with people. No fighting and getting stuck into the kind of, I don't know, you have to buy everything and have to get everything and have to improve everything. Just get back to nature, peace, think, soak in the beauty. Am I preaching it? It's up to everyone. But this is where I like it. This is my home. Right, enough soaking in the beauty. Right, I've got to feed dogs, chopped all the wood. They're all cosy, cleaned the pipe out. All these bushcrafters are going, wow. You'll be well impressed with me, all the jobs I'm doing. Check the tent, tension, okay. Cleaned all the pipes, as I say, all the way down to the stove. Bit of carbon deposit or whatever it is, soot, you know what I mean? Nothing serious, so it just seems to clog out at the very first start. I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's easy to do, it's just don't burn your hands, because the pipe gets quite hot even at the top. As I say, so far I've not had a problem with this pipe being lower than the top, but I would probably prefer another section just to put it over a little bit higher. But so far it's not been an issue. Might leave it, I don't know, see how it goes. I've had no issue like the smoke being blown and getting under the hood, you know what I mean, and choking us. That's the issue I would worry about. Also sparks. But I've never seen a spark, to be honest, coming out of this pipe. Those times I used it. Yeah. time to feed the dogs and settle down. I have a late lunch at nearly 3 o'clock. Good. And the weather's held off. And did a really good search today. So, can sit and fill my belly with pride. See you later. Going to turn in a minute. Clear sky. Plate of frost. I've just broke the ice on the bowl. Yeah. Last burn. Warm us up. You won't see much. Full moon nearly. Wow, full moon. Oh, great. Werewolves will be out tonight. I don't know if you can make out the stars glittering. See if we get any up there. Whoops, I'm slipping. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, it's clear sky. Bit noisy, loads of planes flying out. I wish the RAF would pack in this flying over my area. That's my steam that's going in front of the camera. Right. Going to turn in. I'm guessing -3, -4, maybe -5. Can't see how clear the sky stays. Unless we get some cloud, and then we'll probably get... Wow! I just saw a shooting star. You're supposed to make a wish, aren't you? Yep, made it. But it won't come true, sadly. I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a wish. Right, I'm turning in. I'm rambling again.